I want to quickly talk to you about warehouse management software. And in today's conversation, I really want to go granular when it comes to the software because a lot of folks talk about warehouse management systems, but they have no idea what the whole concept means. So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. Let's first define what we mean by warehouse management system. So a warehouse management system, also called WMS, is basically software that helps companies manage and control daily warehouse operations from the moment goods and materials enter a distribution or fulfillment center until the moment they leave. So when you analyze the WMS functionalities across the board, I want you to pay attention to chronology and also geography, right? So from the moment the goods enter a distribution or fulfillment center until the moment they leave. And so WMS software systems are basically a key component of a supply chain management process across many companies, and they offer real-time visibility into a company's entire inventory. I mean, from A to Z, okay, in warehouses, but also in transit. So we're talking about inventory across multiple geographies. And one thing I want you to remember here is that I want you to think about the chronology and the geography that I spoke about earlier. So that duality is quite essential when we analyze WMS software tools, okay? So in addition to inventory management, a warehouse management software tool offers functionalities for picking and packing processes, resource utilization, analytics, and more. So this is really good because you have the ability to analyze processes across the board. And what we love about warehouse management systems also is that they actually introduce a layer of automation into your operations. So this is kind of cool. So you are able to automate things, you are able to optimize things across not only before they come to the warehouse, but as they are in the warehouse and after they leave the warehouse. So your entire company's supply chain management is optimized with a warehouse management system. So, and the cool thing is that there are several types of warehouse management systems. I'll talk about the types later on, but you have flexibility when it comes to the type of WMS that you really need. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Let's talk about the benefits that you can actually expect if you if you set up a warehouse management system. At least if you integrate this software tool into your existing tech stack. So we based on our research, we have actually identified 5 important benefits that you can actually avail yourself of if you integrated a warehouse management system into your tool. So you have improved operational efficiency, you have reduced waste and cost, you have real-time inventory visibility, you have improved labor management, and then you have better customer and supplier relationships. Let's quickly go a little bit into more granularity here. So when we talk about improved efficiency, improved operational efficiency, we're talking about warehouse management software tools helping you automate and streamlining warehouse processes from inbound receipts to outbound deliveries for improved efficiency, smoother operations, and the ability to handle higher volumes. So this is kind of cool in terms of making your entire operation more efficient and more productive. And warehouse management software tools actually reduce errors in picking and shipping goods and also eliminate duplicate and unnecessary work. And so this type of tool also shares data with ERP and transportation management systems, giving you a holistic outlook that extends way beyond your warehouse and helps expedite the movement of goods. So this is kind of cool. So the bottom line here is you have reduced waste, reduced cost also. And also, we love the fact that you are able to actually avail yourself of real-time inventory visibility. So using barcoding, RFID tagging, sensors, and other location tracking methods, a WMS system gives you real-time insight into your inventory as it moves into your warehouse, around it, and onto the next location. Again, going back to what I said about geography and chronology. So with this real-time inventory visibility, you can create more accurate demand forecasts, run a just-in-time inventory strategy, and improve traceability, which is especially important in the event of a recall. I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about warehouse management systems. I'm just giving you the all you need to know about this software tool. Let's talk about the value added here. So when we think about a warehouse management software tool, there's a lot of values that you can actually glean from this software tool. And so one thing I want to say here is that when we talk about a warehouse management software tool, this is a type of software that is widely used in the manufacturing and retail industries because it really basically tracks all materials and goods as they come in and go out of the warehouse, right? In basic terms, a WMS really adds value because it helps optimize all of your warehouse processes. So you are really are trying to really inject a layer of efficiency into your warehousing operations. Okay, so when we talk about a warehouse management software tool, we're speaking about a tool that's completely important because not only it tracks all the materials in your warehouse, but it can also create systems to streamline how workers pick products and pack orders. So talking about efficiency, this is fantastic. Talking about automation, fantastic. Talking about optimization, this is fantastic. So a warehouse management system provides you with the ability to track merchandise entering the warehouse, being packed onto shelves and into various places, and when it leaves the warehouse for order fulfillment. And since the warehouse management system has all the information at hand, when a customer sends an order, it will immediately be able to check if the products are available. And the cool thing is, instead of a person manually cross-referencing the order and the stock, the warehouse management system will automatically mark the order as ready for packing. So think about the amount of time and effort that you can save through that process. Okay, and this is really cool. So if you set up a warehouse management service or system properly, it can really pay for itself. Okay, and so besides, a warehouse management system can actually help with receiving and put away processes, sort of streamline those processes. Can really help with inventory management, can help with order picking, packing, and fulfillment, and can also help with holistic warehouse management. This type of software can also help out with shipping. So we're speaking about shipping optimization. This is an important element. Labor management. This is another important criterion when you analyze a company's supply chain. You also this kind of software can also help when it comes to yard and dock management. So this is one of those things where you got to ask yourself, am I really is my ROI really high or low? So because some warehouse management systems are expensive, and small business owners who are sort of cash tight, they tend to think in terms of cost, in terms of monetary outlay. But you got to think about the return on investment. Okay, the savings in terms of cost, savings in terms of labor, and savings in terms of floor, like ground utilization, and so on and so forth. You also have through a warehouse management software tool, you can have warehouse metrics and analytics. So real-time data can be automatically collected through a WMS instead of relying on manual data collection methods, and thus eliminating key errors and drastically speeding up the process. And that data can be also integrated with analytics to track important metrics such as on-time shipping, for instance, inventory accuracy, distribution cost, order or line fill rates, order cycle time, and more. So the system can also create visual reports that can be easily shared to stakeholders and be used to make adjustments. So this is kind of cool when you think about long-term optimization of your warehouse. And I want to go quickly back to the shipping part of warehouse management systems. So many warehouse systems integrate with transportation management and logistics software that allows for myriad ways to expedite the fulfillment process, and thus generating bills of lading, packing lists, and invoices for shipment automatically, for example, as well as sending out automatic shipment notifications. So with real-time tracking features, companies can keep tabs on whether packages arrive on time and to the correct destination. Okay, so it really pays to get this right, because Best-in-class warehouse operations get the vast majority of shipments off the dock and in transit to the destination on time. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about warehouse management systems. I'm going to give you all the ins and outs, all the A to Z about this software tool. Let's talk about the different types of warehouse management systems. So when you think about warehouse management tools, there are three main software tools. Okay, you have the standalone, the cloud, and the integrated ERP and SCM. Let's talk about that. Let's first talk about the standalone warehouse management software tools. So these systems are usually deployed on the company's own premises using their own hardware. They can generally support greater customization, though this can be costly, and the organization can maintain tighter control over their data and software. So this is kind of good to really have. And although the initial cost of the system is substantially higher than other options, once a company owns it, they own it for good, forever, okay? And at the same time, updates, maintenance, and the cost associated with them are the responsibility of the organization, right? So what happens here is that as the warehouse management system ages, it becomes increasingly difficult to integrate this system with other platforms and to implement new technologies. That's for the standalone WMS. What about the cloud WMS? Well, cloud-based warehouse management systems can be rapidly deployed with lower upfront costs and delivered as software as a service products, SaaS products. They provide more flexibility to support seasonal and other changing market conditions, and they are easier, in our view, to scale as companies grow. So through regular updates, warehouse management in the cloud offers a quicker path to innovation, and so someone else takes responsibility, really. They take on the burden of maintaining and updating the system. And SaaS vendors, for that matter, they also invest a lot of money and expertise into security measures and provide disaster recovery capabilities. So cloud warehouse management systems can also be more easily integrated with other solutions. The third type of solution, you have the integrated ERP and SCM based warehouse management systems. Those are actually those are built as modules or applications that integrate with ERP and supply chain platforms. And the advantage of this is that they are able to play better with other solutions in overlapping areas, such as, let's say, accounting and business intelligence. They also provide a holistic view across the business and logistics chain to allow for end-to-end transparency and for warehousing and logistics processes to be orchestrated and executed together, okay? So ultimately, these capabilities can be used to optimize operations and provide fast, agile fulfillment experiences. I want to talk to you a little bit about the pro tips. So when we talk about warehouse management systems, there are a few pro tips that you really need to keep in mind. First of all, everything revolves around smart warehousing technology. Nowadays, gone are the days where things are done manually. So nowadays, if you are thinking about warehouse management, you want to think about warehouse automation, you want to think about warehouse execution, you want to think about concepts such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics. And it doesn't matter if you have a large company or a small company, you're going to have to embrace technology. If you want to really inject a layer of efficiency into your operations, you're going to have to embrace technology. Okay. So when we talk about warehouse automation, basically you are able to you are able to have warehousing workflows and processes that can be streamlined through automation. And so here there are some processes, including data collection, barcoding, for instance. You have scanning, you have picking and packing, you have shipping, and you have inventory tracking, right? So the bottom line here is what? The bottom line here is that this automation makes it possible to operate much more efficiently and scale to changing demand. So, and you also have voice picking technology, you have mobile devices, you have AI and Internet of Things in warehouse management. So what I'm trying to say here is that if you are going to buy or you're going to sign up for a WMS service, you want to really look for those that already have those capabilities. So you want to think about warehouse robots, for instance, okay? And you also want to think about augmented and virtual reality apps. I'm not saying you should implement them right now, but I'm just saying it really helps to go with a provider who's already thinking about the future, the future trends when it comes to warehouse execution, when it comes to warehouse optimization, when it comes to warehouse automation. Okay. For example, when we talk about augmented and virtual reality apps, augmented reality technology involves using a camera to capture a real environment, such as an aisle in a warehouse, and then overlays instructions or information on that environment on a mobile device. And AR smart glasses, for example, allow operators to carry out tasks without using their hands, and these apps can map out routes, show where bins are located, and more. And what about virtual reality? Well, virtual reality technologies are also being used for everything from training lift truck operators to making delivery routes safer. So a lot of stuff is happening in the industry right now. Let me give you a few extras before we close to this conversation. So when we talk about warehouse management systems, you need to understand that at the end of the day, you got to have a few pointers, a few differentiators before you choose the proper warehouse management system for you. And so most businesses should start with figuring out what features they need in their system and how much they are willing to spend. So you got to have a clear idea about your budget and also your needs, right? And after that, you can request more information, let's say from a provider, about how they can tailor a warehouse management system to your specific business effectively. And so, but that means what? Before you can define your needs, you need to have a clear idea about the different warehouse management activities, right? So we're talking about things that revolve around receiving materials, picking products, preparing documents, and packing orders. And a warehouse management system tracks all the activities on the on-site labor and makes it easier to understand. And so at the end of the day, the ability to have a warehouse management system is kind of cool, whether it is on-premise, whether it is cloud, or whether it is a hybrid. If you have a way to automate your warehouse operations, it's always good. Okay, you are able to reduce labor cost. You are able to have more streamlined warehouse processes. You're able to improve inventory accuracy. You're able to have accurate demand forecasting. You're able to see improvements in warehouse security and safety. You're able to see a more optimized warehouse layout configuration and improve supplier and customer relationships. And also the fact that you have, as I said before, you also want to have you want to take advantage of the ability to have security. So we're talking about multi-factor authentication. We're talking about two-factor authentication, for instance. So those are really cool elements to kind of have, okay? And also in terms of documentation that really shows frequent security updates and patches, intrusion detection, the monitoring of user activities, data encryption, and privacy protection. So bottom line is you want to look for those providers that have done the work already in terms of securing your warehouse management software tools. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was quickly talking to you. I was giving you the A to Z about warehouse management systems. And so I gave you the overview, the benefits, the value added, the types, the pro tips, and the extras. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.